Okay. Alright, hello everybody, I'm Conquering History Games, and welcome back to part 6 of my Ocarina of Time live stream series. I was gonna try to spend tonight working on the China campaign for Kaiserreich, but I'm just so stuck I can't decide who I want to play, and so I put a poll up on the community in the community tab so you guys can vote. So I guess go do that real quick and then come back if you like. But we're just gonna keep doing some Legend of Zelda in the meantime. I'm actually gonna peep over there at the poll right now. There's gonna be like nobody's already voted on it. Okay. Only 45 votes. Yeah, well, I did just put the poll up. So what the game plan is today is we are going to deal with this giant's knife that we broke here, which sucks. I actually don't know if this thing actually does damage. I kind of feel like it might, technically still. Could be wrong. But anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to replace it with the... Hold on, I'm actually trying to think where I want to warp to. You know, let's warp up to Death Mountain real quick. Wait, no, it goes. No, how's it go? Hold on a second. What a night! I have the choice between you, Amelia Watson, and the UN Security Council meeting I just left. Chose you, and Blue Butts is on tonight. Well, I must say I do feel incredibly honored to be chosen over an Amelia Watson stream. Having said that, what is she doing? She's great. She just has so much energy. Oh, she's gonna be on later. Been traveling. Hello. Oh, I guess she's been away. Let's see here. Oh wow, yeah, she hasn't streamed in several days, like almost 2 weeks. She's been traveling. Went on a vacation, I guess. Well, good for her. Let's see. I'm always in favor of those Hololive women taking vacations because it's like I kind of look at their shit in a meta point of view. Hold on a second. Wait. Oh god, how do I forget freaking the Bolero of Fire? It's like the simplest one. What note am I supposed to start on? Okay, there we go. Alright, yeah, so I was saying is, yeah, because they sometimes are, like, really burning the candle at both ends, it seems, with, like, just how much streaming they do. And, yeah, I guess it is their job, but, like, also the shit they do outside of it. It's impressive to me, so it's... But then one of them, I think I saw a thing where one of them was saying how... Oh, shoot, I made a mistake. I was just thinking, like, oh, I could go get the magic buff. For my meter, but you actually can't do that until later. So I just kind of warped here for nothing. Good news, Yeti? Tell us. Oh, okay, so you do damage with this. It's just extremely short. But yeah, I think it was one of the Hololives, Kiara. She was like, I think I saw a clip where she had just taken a week off, but she was saying how like she couldn't even really relax when the week off because that's the YouTube algorithm for you. You know, it's like, oh, you're not posting, we're ignoring you now, and stuff like that. Oh, I got the long shot now. I can do this Skulltula easy. Yeah, easy peasy. Hell yeah. You can do damage with Broken Giant's Knife. It's my weapon of choice. Is it still the same amount of damage as the regular knife? Like, cause it should still be just as sharp, right? It's just short. Alright. Drafts over at work. I got a permanent ship for rotation this season today. Hell that's good. That's good. So as to know, actually have an idea what your schedule is going to be. Hello there, Accent. By the way, thanks for those of you who signed up for my Patreon. Links in the description below. At least it should be. It's half the damage of the Rip Master Sword. Oh, so it's like a Kokiri sword now. Yeah, well, we'll replace it. Jump attack! Jump attack! Back up! Back the freak up! Alright. Cool. Now then, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna do the trading game, which is kind of a recurring thing in Zelda games. That it's like just like a little fun game within the game, and in return we're gonna get rewarded with the big Goron Sword, which is like the Giant's Knife, except it's not gonna break because it's done by his big brother, and so he's like the better one. And it does as much damage as the Megaton Hammer. Basically, it does twice as much damage as like my Master Sword would, and it's just a really good alternative weapon to have. Yeah, if I had saved the Giant's Knife for when we were gonna fighting Amoeba, that fight would have been over much quicker. All right, so this is the girl or the woman that we helped out with the Cuckoos when we were young. So she says, "I bred a new type of miniature Cuckoo. I call it the Pocket Cuckoo. I don't get goosebumps from this baby. Cuckoos are very good at getting lazy late risers out of bed. Haven't you heard of them before? It makes them very happy to crow. Cuckoo! Especially when it wakes up a very heavy sleeper. However, my Cuckoo is not entirely happy right now. You look like you're good at handling Cuckoos. Here, take this egg. After the Cuckoo hatches, bring it back to me after a while, and I'll check out its mood. What do you think? Will you try? Yes." So yeah, we got the pocket egg. A pocket Cuckoo will hatch from it overnight. Be sure to give it back when you are done with it. Yeah, so this is the start of the trading. Speaking of Patreon wins memberships, hopefully in March. Realistically, it's probably going to be April. I just like we're gonna see how my weekend goes. Like, I got the concert. That's gonna be a for fun thing we're doing that I'm gonna be doing this weekend. But also there's some personal things I'll be doing as well. And then of course there's the new work schedule. But functionally, yeah, hopefully like in the first week or so of March, I'll figure out a membership thing. It's because I need to research. Because like if I'm gonna do membership, I want it to be worthwhile. Like I want to make some custom emojis. I want to, you know, figure out what is my membership exclusive stream gonna be, stuff like that. All right. So we got the pocket Cuckoos. Yeah. All right. So then we got this. Now we want to where do we want to go? I think it's here. Talon is sleeping, so we got to use this. It loves waking people up. Well, look at this bum. Still sleeping. Wake up! Wake the fuck up! What in tarnation? Can a person get a little shut-eye around here? Did you save Malin? Thanks, I'm going back to the ranch then. Yeehaw! Alright, cool. So that's been done. Let's leave. Why'd I have the bomb-bombs out? Don't need that. Alright, please make my Cuckoo happy. Here you go. God, always with the great angles. I'm just the king of getting these angles with the fence. Oh, your Cuckoo looks pretty happy. He must have awakened an extremely lazy guy. You're a good Cuckoo keeper. I'll give you a rare, valuable Cuckoo if you're interested. Its name is Kojiro, and it used to be my brother's Cuckoo. Its blue body is quite charming. It's so cute! Since my brother has gone, it's strange, but Kojiro has stopped crowing. Do you want to keep Kojiro? Yes, I do. Let's see. Jaguar said no more voluntary overtime, being allowed to work now. At least we got the temporary raise, but time to save further until the move back to Cali. Let's see. So Cali's your home state? Alright, so then now I need to go to the Lost Woods. So Wait, oops. Oh, I'm doing it backwards. Or maybe no. There we go. Yes. Wait, no, I didn't want. Oh no, it's not Sarai's song. No, frickin'. What's the fastest way to the woods? Yeah, doing the warping is still gonna be the fastest. Warping, because I really got to get close to the Kokiri forest, but yeah, we'll figure it out. Born and raised in California, first time living outside the state. Interesting. Alright, back in the Sacred Forest, man. Must be a day that ends in Y. You know what? I just thought, can I kill this guy with the long shot? Can I reach him? Not quite. What is it, Navi? That cloud over Death Mountain. Yes, I heard you the first 5 times. Probably could get some fairies while I'm here, but nah. But yeah, so for memberships, like I said, just emojis. I want to like have some custom ones, and also the whatever it is that I'm gonna choose for like my custom things. Maybe I could do one of the backup China nations, do a live stream of that. So, no response. He's sleeping. Ugh. Kojiro? Why? Normally only a nice guy like me can tame you. So this is her brother, the woman we were just talking to. Looks like he's seen better days, probably because he's in the Kokiri forest, and he's not a Kokiri, so that's not good for you. Normally only a nice guy like me can tame you. Which means you must be a nice guy. You must be. Please, Mr. Nice Guy, please. Deliver this stuff to the old hag in the potion shop in Kakariko Village. This will disappear if you take too long, so you gotta hurry. Okay, so here's where I have to stop warping. You got an odd mushroom. A fresh mushroom like this is sure to spoil quickly. Take it to the Kakariko potion shop, quickly! Yeah, so we can't warp, because if we warp, the timer goes to like 5 seconds. All in a tree. So Epona's going to be the key to this. I think we can actually do this without Epona. That's not true. I think later on we need Epona to do it fast enough for a separate section. Alright, here we go. Alright. Come on! Come, Epona, show us the meaning of haste! Yeah! Alright. So I think the hag's on the left, and it's not, oh, I just realized it's a good thing that it's daytime, so it should actually be open. I hope everybody's been having a good day. I sure had a good day. Turned in the paper, got a different paperback. Oh, freaking! Although, okay. So I got a paperback, and it's a long story, but basically I was the paper I turned it in last week, and it was on it involved bigamy, with, you know, sex stuff. And I guess I did a typo that was maybe a Freudian slip, where I meant to type public good, and instead I typed pubic good, which Oh no. And of course, like, the autocorrect's not going to catch that. It's going to... And I try to read over my papers anyway, but I could slip through. But... Oh, hold on a second. Let's turn this in real quick. What a mysterious smell. You must have something. Look at that cat. It's just a little tiger. That bum. He had to go into the forest. I see. Hey, give it to me now. Ooh, spooky. If you see that fool, give this to him. It is the strongest medicine I've ever produced. However, this potion will not work on a monster. Oh goodness. You received an odd potion. You don't know what's going on between this lady and that guy, but take it to the Lost Woods. They say that there is no medicine that could cure a fool. I guess that's true. But can we just appreciate the baby tiger cub she's petting? Oh. Anyway. So he's a monster and he's a fool. What is this? Russians talking about Napoleon? Whoop. Okay, so this one does not have a timer set on it. So we could, yeah, so we could do this with a warp. Anyway, yeah, so my paper, I typed pubic good instead of public good. Like I said, I didn't catch it when I was reading over it, and the autocorrect sure didn't catch it because pubic is a word. The hag and this guy totally hate fuck all the time. Oh gosh. Kind of hard to tell either of their ages. Whoop! So freaking the professor, she just put though, I don't know how else to describe this, she just drew a little emoji, she just drew some big eyes right next to it and circled the word pubic. And it's just like, excuse me? Yeah, so, glad she had fun with that at my expense. It's all good fun. Still embarrassing. It's just, oh goodness. Hold on a second. Now he's trying to get me to do something over here. Keep hitting the wrong pause. Maybe there's another hole that'll pop out or something. But, you know, I got an A on the paper, so whatever. This is probably some scarecrow shit. Hope it didn't affect your mark. No. I think it would, here's what I'm willing to go through her mind. She's like, oh, I could dock a point for the misspelling, or I could just oh, what? Where'd he go? That guy isn't here anymore. Anybody who comes into the forest will be lost. Everybody will become a Stalfos. Everybody, Stalfos. So, he's not here anymore. Yeah, so, yep. That's what happened to him. You want this? That guy isn't here anymore. Anybody who comes into the forest will be lost. Yeah, everybody will become a Stalfos. Everybody Stalfos, so he's not here anymore. Only his saw is left. He. That medicine is made of forest mushrooms. Give it back! Okay. So we're gonna take his saw. The young punk guy must have left his behind. Punk, that's one way to describe him. Hee, are you going to be too? That's what we in the business call, foreshadowing. Oh gosh. Okay, so I think now we need to go, we need to take a little trip to the desert. Just a really tiny one, not too deep in. Are you good to go? What are you? Yeah. But had a really good, yeah, it was a pretty good day today. The tree absorbed his body and soul. No, I think what it was is that, well, maybe it absorbed his body, but yeah, he's just a Stalfos now somewhere out there. He's he got turned into a monster. So he's like the one of those things I fought in the forest temple. The skeletons with that armor. Alright, there's a feeling I get when I... what do you call it? When I ride to the west and its spirit is crying for... Oh my goodness gracious! Red Super Chat! Jeebus Christ, guess who's back? Back again. Jeebus back again. Oh my goodness, Jeebu, the Aka... What do they call it? Aki Super Chato! Why isn't the alert going off? Freaking hell, these damn widgets. Oh my gosh, but... Wow, Jeebus, haven't seen you in a while. How have you been? I don't know why the alert's not going off. Goodness. Our #1 Zelda fan in my subscriber base, I think. Yeah, guess who's back? 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 Have you been keeping up with the series? Oh shoot, wait, yeah. I think I'm supposed to be able to jump over this with Epona. I'll say. So, yeah, I don't know if you've been keeping up, if you've just been watching silently, but basically what I've been doing is, well, what I'm doing right now is we're doing the big Goron Sword trading sequence, and then we're gonna go do the Fire Temple, and the idea is not to end the stream until today. And actually, you know, it's kind of funny. I was talking earlier, you know, I know I was talking about yesterday, and I'm talking about today. How, like, there's a lot of stuff I'm trying to get done before Friday, or like certainly by Friday afternoon. One of the things I'm doing is, but it's like kind of weird because my schedule's a little different. So like, even though it's a really busy week for me, I actually like tomorrow don't have to get up early. It's because I've usually been taking the bus. It saves me a lot of money. Basically, I can't take the bus tomorrow. Nothing wrong with the bus. It's like a personal scheduling thing that I gotta take my own car. But because I'm taking my own car, I can leave whenever I want. I don't have to get up early. Okay. Hello. I am a master craftsman. Those Gerudo thieves, they broke the bridge. I want to fix it, but all of my workers are gone. They said working as carpenters isn't cool, and they went to the Gerudo forest to become thieves. Hey you, if you're going to the fortress, would you mind finding out what my workers are doing over there? Yeah, sure. Anyway, poacher's saw? Here we go. Hey, that saw, it's mine! But I thought I left that saw with my old lady. Oh well. My big Orin tool broke, so I was going to Goron City to get it repaired. Your coming here is great. So I guess somebody sold him a giant saw, you know. Would you give me my saw? Good, kid, thanks. I'm sorry I can't give you something as good in return, but take this anyway. You got a broken Goron Sword. Visit Big Goron to get it repaired. Alright. So, yeah. So it's like this. I think slightly different, actually. Yeah, the hilt is different. Yeah, I'm trying to remember how the hell he broke it. I think it just like got wedged in a boulder or something. But yeah, thank you very much, Jeebus, for the Akai Super Chato. There we go. You know, the super chats are what fund live streams. You should see the size of some trees. You need a giant saw. Oh yeah, sometimes you gotta get like the two-handed saw. There used to be, actually, as far as I know, there still are, but I haven't gone in a long time. So, north of El Paso in New Mexico, there's this city called Ruidoso, and that area, it's basically the closest way to get access to snow if you're from El Paso. So a lot of people go up there to do that. But it's this town in the woods, up in the mountain. Yeah, pretty isolated. You really want to be careful going up there, especially if you're driving at night, because there's a lot of twists and turns on the mountain roads, and there's no rails at all. They're gonna stop you from, you know, just driving off the edge with your car. I remember I once, me and a girlfriend at the time, we were driving up there to do some fishing. And, yeah, we had gotten a pretty late start up there, and we had to do all that driving in that area at night. I'll never do that again. No way. Break with the brain. That's who the guy reminds me of. D&D goblin that beat me to a pulp. Oh, interesting. Oop. Yo, I just realized I could just do the bolero. I'm being dumb. Oh, shit. See, that's why you don't do expendable things on your C-stick. Wait. But anyway, yeah, so up in Ruidoso, they have a lot of, because it's a wood area, they had like some wood stuff, so you can like, a lot of people go up there and they'll buy, you know, carved bears, you know, out of a log, you know, chainsaw art. I'm sure that chainsaw artists can do other things besides bears. We'll just never ever see it happen. They keep it to themselves. They keep their secrets. Actually, that's not true. Freaking, what's his name? I think Jeff from Rooster Teeth. His ex-wife does chainsaw art. And I just remember I once saw a video. Was she was doing? She did a carving of Elsa from you know, the Disney movie Frozen. So that was pretty interesting. All right. But yeah, Jeeves, how have you been? Oh yeah, let's see. Hello.
My brother opened a new store. It's Goron's blade store. However, I am better at making blades. Hylian carpenters praise me for my skills. That broken knife is surely my work. I really want to repair it, but because of yesterday's eruption, my eyes are irritated. There are fine eye drops in Zora's domain. You will find them if you go to see King Zora.
Oh, that's right. I had to use them for this. It's a good thing I saved him. Someone made a chainsaw statue of the MC from Chainsaw Man. Oh, that's cool. Please go get the eye drops. Yeah, sure. So, I got a prescription. Did he write his own prescription? Or he probably got it from a doctor and... Okay, so then we gotta go, what's the fastest way to get to King Zora? Where's the shortcut to Zora's domain? Yeah, I should go to Goron City, take the shortcut to the Lost Woods, and then from there take the shortcut. Oh god, I thought I was gonna roll. 18 degrees tomorrow, with the lowest being -1. Pain, yes, pain, oh, that sucks. Sorry to hear that. See, El Paso gets different type of weather. Like today, we had bad dust storms, real freaking bad. We're talking like I woke up this morning, and I heard, and I thought, oh, did I leave my porch door open a little or something? And then I peeled back the curtain, and it was just brown outside, meaning the air too. And okay. Oh dang it! I was supposed to go to the Goron City. Okay, fuck it. We're just gonna. No, we're going back to the Goron City. Oh, I'm stupid. I got distracted. Sounds like some lovely mild weather, Jacob. According to the Canadians. Oh, speaking of, somebody was saying if I've been keeping up with international news, and I really haven't, because like basically what you guys are seeing here, this has been my entertainment this week. Like the stream yesterday and the stream today, these are me taking my breaks from reading and writing and whatnot, and studying and other things. So I haven't really kept up with the news, but I did see something over the wire that was like to the effect of like Prime Minister Trudeau revokes dictatorial powers, and I mean, he had dictatorial powers. Yeah, it's like a version of the frickin' I actually forgot where it's from, but when the fuck did we get ice cream? Or maybe like his dictator's a negative connotation, but it's like the frickin' I remember in that '70s show, which was this great sitcom I used to watch. At least I thought it was very, very fun. There's a part where the main character's dad, he's a real hard ass, but he gets pissed at him and he says something like, "Oh yeah, fun time is over." And like he's gonna start ramping up the discipline, and the son just goes, "Where was I for fun time?" Oh, wait, hold on. It looks like it's just permanently open. Or is it? Nope, fuck me. I guess it is a spell. Can't really be broken or something like that. Just permanently the spell. Okay, let's see that. Oops, fuck that up. What? Sorry, my thumb slipped. But let's see, what other international news? Let's see here. You know, I figure there's no need for me to read up on what's going on in Ukraine, since it looks like everybody in the goddamn world's already an expert on it. So there's no need for me to read anything about it, because everybody already knows exactly what's going on and has the same opinion on it, because we're all experts on it. Every English-speaking person in the world is an expert on Ukraine and Russia and international geopolitics. So, you know, I haven't had to keep up with that. Having said that, I continue to read a lot of Russian literature. My project now is, so I had ordered this book a long time ago. Oh, hold on a second.
Ooh. This is, eye drops. You might say we have them, you might say we don't. We do have the ingredients. If you take the ingredients to the doctor at the Lake Laboratory, he can make the drops for you. But you need to deliver them fresh. And you make it before they spoil.
I thought it was that the medicine spoiled, not the eyeball frog. Alright. Be quick and deliver it while it's cold! Okay, I don't think that's a thing. Yeah, I've been reading a whole lot of Russian literature, but so anyway, I think I've talked about this before. One of my personal reading projects this year is I want to finally sit down and read Life and Fate by Vasily Grossman. But I decided that I kind of wanted to work my way chronologically to him, and like kind of treat him as like a culmination of Russian literature. So I've been I made a list, and I worked on it with like I have a friend who I got a buddy who's like really into reading and writing and stuff, and he seems to know a little bit about Eastern European tradition. So I was like just talking with him like, okay, what books should I read leading up to Vasily Grossman? And I basically made myself a reading list for the year. Not of like it's not gonna like be every single Russian literature classic ever, but I'm gonna try to sample a bunch of different authors. And I ended up I was reading Crime and Punishment, and the name of Alexander Pushkin continuously kept coming up when discussing, you know, Dostoevsky and his references and influences. And so I then sat down more and I started looking into like, okay, who are the really essential like golden age of Russian literature people? And it seems like Pushkin is the seed of it. Now, some of this stuff I found out since I got the book, which, like, incidentally, I forgot to say this, the book took forever to come in, to the point where it's like, I thought it was lost, and I couldn't track it, like, the tracking info was wrong, and And so like I ended up getting refunded on it, but it finally showed up. So it's like I guess I got a free book in return for the hassle I had to go through. So yeah, this Alexander Pushkin. The phrase I keep seeing over and over is that he is the Russian Shakespeare, but he's also the seeds of the frickin' the golden age of Russian literature, and so apparently the Russian language had just barely been standardized when he becomes an active writer. And then he's also coming up in the wake of the Napoleonic Wars ending, and then while he's still a young man, that's when like the Decembrist movement happens, which he is a supporter of. So he's like really, really indicative of like the romantic period of Russian lit. Hold on a second.
Hey there, son. I'm researching the process of making medicine by mixing Lake Hylia's water with various unusual compounds. Perhaps you've met that old lady from the potion shop. She is like a student of mine. Oh, wow. I haven't seen an eyeball frog like this since Zora's domain froze over. These eyeballs are so delicious. Tonight I will cook fried eyeballs for the first time in a long time. Such great stuff. Please say thank you to King Zora. Eh? What? These are for making Big Goron's eye drops. Oh, how disappointing. You should have said so in the first place.
He's doing some science, little chemistry.
Here it is. This medicine doesn't have any preservatives in it, so it won't last long at this temperature. Run as fast as you can to Death Mountain. You're young, you can do it.
I think you actually... Wait, no, can you actually run this? I forget it. Hurry, take them to Big Goron before they go bad. 4 minutes. Yeah, I think you actually can do this in 4 minutes if you have the long shot. Or I don't know, I could be freaking wrong. Not even quote me on it. Never mind. With the name Alexander Pushkin, he should be a romantic writer. Yeah. So anyway, so I looked around for like, okay, what is the? I'm not gonna read his whole goddamn bibliography, but like, what's the one I really got to check out? And so the name that kept coming up was this one called Eugene Onegin, which is a novel and a poem. It's a novel in verse, is what it gets called. And so it's like apparently it's like this is what sets the archetype for all future Russian literature. Like it's all imitating Pushkin's Eugene Onegin, or it's trying to do a send up of it. So, do I know any Ukrainian pieces of literature? No, not Ukrainian specifically, unless you count like historical stuff, but that's not literature. Never mind. I was gonna say like records, the Kievan and all that, the Kievan Rus. But I was like, so I read the introduction, and like I usually don't read introductions on classics before I read them. I'll save it until afterwards because, like, with Penguin and Oxford and all them, they'll frequently spoil parts of the plot in the essays, which is like it's understandable because like they're coming at things from an academic point of view. So, they're saying, okay, this is the path the character takes. What does it say about them? So I was reading the intro and it was spoiling the plot, but the plot is very simple. Like, I'll fucking tell you guys the plot. Apparently it's like a man likes a woman and she rejects, or no, a woman likes a man and she rejects him, and then he later decides he likes her and then she rejects him back. And apparently somebody dies along the way. But some of the supporting cast or whatever. But it's like it's about setting up these characters and about the language he's using. That's what's important. So I didn't care about doing it. So it's about reading the intro, which again, like it's really rarity. Like fucking, like the edition of Master and Margarita I have, I think has an intro essay. I'm not gonna read it before I start the main story because I don't want to get spoiled. So hold on a second. I just gotta switch this long shot over. Yeah, because this is the key to getting up there quick. So yeah, there's a section in the intro essay where he's just talking about how even though Pushkin ends up dying young, he's only like 37, he just totally sets the tone for Russian literature essentially until the Soviet period. Because he's like talking about, oh, there's this other Arthur, I think it was Lermontov. He's like, yeah, Lermontov, he like wrote him in a letter the idea for his novel, and then like, and I think there's a quote from Tolstoy where Tolstoy basically says like he is our Homer, like, you know, like the Greek Homer. Well, what the fuck was that shit? Did you see that tiki coming at me? Oh, go away! Oh, you bitch! Okay, maybe I was wrong that you don't need Epona. Shut up, Navi! Are you fucking serious? Oh, I'm fucked. I'm fucked. We're gonna have to do this again now, I'm sure. Yep, here he comes. I thought we could long shot up here. Fuck me. Oh, you know what I needed to do? I needed to long shot. Yeah, let's just start fucking going back now. Okay, let's work back. I hope I don't have to get another frog. I probably do, huh? It would make sense for me to have to get another frog, because the frog had to stay cold, and... Let's try again. Oh, at least it warps me. Oh, yep, gotta do it both. Yeah, that, you know what, and it makes sense. Like, this is not bad game design. Like, this makes sense in the story. I would have to get another frog. Pushkin died young for the glory of Russian literature. Yeah, so like Tolstoy says like, oh yeah, Pushkin, he's our Homer, and like he helped. I should have the book next to me. Hold on, let me try to find it. I'm actually gonna read the thing just to kind of show you just like how broad a spread he has. I had my copy of it. Oh, here it is. Yeah, I was here at the desk, so I was just reading it. Duh. Alright, yeah. So, let me go to the intro. So, yeah, there's a quote here. Not a quote, but it's what the guy who did the translation wrote. Where is it? It was on Megan. Yeah, it's kind of a long essay. It took me like an hour to go through it. It's very detailed. Here we go. So, not an hour. It took like 45 minutes. But, yeah, so Eugene Onegin inaugurated a lineage. Oh, so yeah, Eugene Onegin, that's the name of the book. Inaugurated a lineage of superfluous men and self-sacrificing women in the novels of Mikhail Lermontov. He's the guy who did A Hero of Time. Alexander Herzen, who I'm not familiar with. Ivan Turgenev, that's the guy who does a Sportsman's Notebook, which apparently I haven't read a Sportsman's Notebook. I haven't like super researched it yet, but apparently a Sportsman Notebook I've seen cited as the reason Slavs ended up getting, the serfs ended up getting emancipated, was like as a response to that book. Kind of like, which might be a slight exaggeration. It might be one of those things where they say like, oh, you know, Uncle Tom's Cabin caused the Civil War. It's like, that's not literally true. But let me just read from the beginning. I'm going to stop saying who these all are. But yeah. Superfluous men and self-sacrificing women in the novels of Mikhail Lermontov, Alexander Herzen, Ivan Turgenev, and in Tchaikovsky's opera version of Pushkin's novel in verse. Pushkin suggested the plots of Dead Souls and The Inspector General to Nikolai Gogol, appreciating the latter's gift for the grotesque that were outside his more classical bent. Leo Tolstoy emulated Pushkin's story manner, comparing it with Homer's, and his novel Anna Karenina describes what might have happened to Tatiana had she given in to Onegin. with Fyodor Dostoevsky, who condemned the Onegin type as a Western intrusion and glorified Tatiana as the exemplar of Russian womanhood, a nationalist cult of Pushkin began that has not ceased. Radicals and conservatives fought over Pushkin's characters as if they were real people. Opponents of Tsarism saw Onegin, Lenski, and Tatiana as kindred victims of feudal Russia. And there's a whole other paragraph, like he keeps going on about like just how Pushkin was like right place, right time, like a culmination of Russian history, and so like it's almost like he's this pivot point for Russia as it like it goes into the 19th century and then the 20th. So yeah, my big priority in Russian stuff is I'm not gonna read any more Russian stuff, not even short stories until I'm done with this. Which like on the one hand, it's not super long; it's like 200 pages. But it's all in verse, and you know I tend to read poetry slower than normal novel writing. So like for example, what I'm doing with this, with almost every stanza, because it's 10 parts and it's divided, and each part has several stanzas, like 50 stanzas or something, like 40 something stanzas, is I'm trying to write next to every stanza what just happened in it, so to help me keep track. But I'm already, I'm like a third of the way through chapter 1 because I just started it today, but I'm already really liking it. Anyway, let's do this run. Totally got off track. Oh yeah, I didn't even read this. So Trudeau invoked the Emergency Powers Act a few days ago, which gives the PM some very significant powers to ignore the law, and the government was using them questionably. Then his deputy PM Freeland said she wanted to make the, I'm guessing it's pronounced Freeland, or is it Freeland? That would be funny, because we were talking about emergency powers, Freeland. She said she wanted to make the powers permanent. I'm guessing you were trying to say permanent, it might be a typo, which was very scary to hear. So Trudeau got some major backlash from it all, and the government's rather heavy-handed approach to dealing with, wait, hold on, let me get up this, let me stop reading so I can get up this doggone ladder. Dealing with the trucks in recent days. Thus, he gave them up today and kind of looked like an idiot. Pushkin died young for the glory of... Oh, no, I just started reading the next chat thing, which wasn't related. Yeah. It's like, and this is what Pushkin had to say about Trudeau. He foresaw this. Well, you know, obviously I don't talk about modern politics. But it does raise, you know, the philosophical question, like, since, again, and I don't know the details, I seem to be, like, the only person in the world who hasn't been keeping up with the Canadian trucker thing, which, like, got a little awkward, because it got brought up in a class I was in recently. We were discussing something, and it got brought up as, like, a counterexample of something, because it's like, okay, we're talking about how things work here, and, like, historically have worked here in America, how about this that's going on in Canada right now, and, like, I didn't know the details, so I was like, okay, I'm just gonna pipe down here, because I don't know this, whoop, hold on. Let's see. Russia and Canada are both large winter countries, very similar. Exactly! When we speak of Russia, we speak of Canada. Everybody knows this. Leo Tolstoy was talking about Canada when he wrote War and Peace. Russia was all a huge metaphor. Russia... The nation of Russia is just an ideological callback to the concept of Canada. Let's see, I love democracy, I love the republic, I love still monarchy. Yeah, but I was gonna say, yeah, so like philosophically that's a very interesting question, because it's like, okay, so, you know, I don't know Canadian politics, I don't know Canadian political structure very well. But so what you're telling me is that there was this emergency powers thing that was already on the books, and it got activated. And he has now given it up. I don't know how long he had it. Like by the time, I guess he didn't use it for very long. Like, what, a couple days or something? I don't know. So then the question becomes, if you're somebody, it's like, then you know, here's the classic thing. It's like, oh, we shouldn't have these dictatorial powers because people might abuse them. But then somebody will say, no, we do need them in emergencies. And the person will give them up. And it sounds like that's what Trudeau just did. So, you know, this is classic going back to Rome with, you know, the dictator. You know, are you going to be the Cincinnatus? Are you going to be the Caesar? Or is it wrong to even have that emergency dictatorial power included in there at all? So, really gets your noggin jogging, you know? Oh gosh, I have to go through the freaking dialogue again. God, we're 50 minutes in. I needed to go to the freaking fire temple. It's alright. Like I said, I don't have to be up early tomorrow. I might grab a beer, though, if we end up taking a while. Yeah, after another hour, I might grab a beer. Because, freaking, I have a couple beers that I haven't seen in El Paso in, like, freaking, I want to say... like at least 4 years. I haven't seen them distributed in El Paso, so I want to get one of them. They're like nicer high-end stuff. Well, like they're cheap. They're not expensive, but they're just like really just a couple of flavors I really like from one of my favorite, if not my favorite, if not my singularly favorite beer company. So I've had them in my fridge for a while and I haven't drank one yet. Like I said, tomorrow I don't have to get up early. King of California. I love democracy. I love the Republic. So Trudeau looked like an idiot. Again, you know, I'm not a Canadian, so I don't follow Canadian politics very much, but I just, like, speaking of looking like an idiot, the last time I remember Trudeau, or, like, hearing anything about him was, I guess it would have been late 2020 or early 2021, but I guess he held a press conference, and he, and again, this was just like from screenshots I was getting, so apparently he held a press conference saying that the Backstreet Boys reunion tour vaccine was going to be for free. And everybody just called him an idiot for doing that because it was like, but all vaccines are already free. Why wouldn't that one be free? And you know, it's like, oh, you know it's not free. They paid for it with tax. Yeah, shut up. I know that. But yeah, it was just one of those things like, why did you hold a press conference for that? It's like, don't you have more important things to do? And that was like, yeah, so that was the last time I think I remember hearing anything about Trudeau. Anyway, we probably should get off of the topic of modern politics. What's so interesting? Talking some lit. Well, yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to my little drive up to the concert. I've actually been making a little playlist of stuff I'm going to listen to on the way up there. And believe it or not, it's not going to really be music from the band I'm going to go see. I just like to listen to music on road trips. It's one of the best parts of it. But especially, I'm a big believer in, like, okay, so this is like a little thing I like to do whenever I'm on a road trip. I try to think of an album that I've been wanting to listen to, but I haven't yet. And I will, like, set that as a side for when I'm on the road trip. So then that way, and you know, ideally it's going to be an album I end up enjoying. But the concept will be that the first time I listen to the album will be while I'm on this trip, and if it ends up being one that I really like, I'll listen to it more in the future. And then anytime I listen to that album, I will have memories of that road trip. So it's a fun little brain trick. So, for example, I remember going out of town once up to Dallas, and, like, you know, I've gone to Dallas plenty of times in my life, but it was for a specific thing, and so I ended up listening to a couple of different albums, but the one that I particularly remember was by a group called Perma, which is one of my favorite singer-songwriters of the 21st century, Max Bemis. It was a project he did with his wife, so it's just the two of them. Really great album of duets, and I will admit that, like, I ended up later associating one of the songs in a really bad way. It was like a really bad memory happened, but like the album as a whole, I still am happy listening to it because I remember that trip. So, you know, it's interesting how association would work. All right, here we go.
Really? You brought the eye drops? I'm so relieved. I'm gonna use them right now.
I like that, the sound effects.
Whoa! This is stimulating. It's working great. Now I can get back to my blade business. My work is not very consistent, so I'll give this to you so you won't forget. After a few days, please return. Just wait patiently.
Big Goron Sword, you got a claim check. You can't wait for the sword to be completed. Yeah, so I think I gotta wait like 3 days. That cloud, there's something strange about it.
You are impatient.
I didn't mean it. Yeah, so... Let's see here. Let's see. Let's see. The emergency powers is considered equivalent to the... Oh, dang it. Didn't mean to do that. Hold on. The major issue... What the fuck? Hold on. Alright. Yeah, no, let me read this out and then we'll move on, Mabby City. So, the emergency powers is considered equivalent to the War Measures Act, which his father justly used in the FLQ crisis. I don't know what that is. I'll have to look that up. The major issues with what Trudeau did were 3. Solve my problems 3. First, the reason for activating the powers was argued not to be a valuable reason under the Act for activating it. Second, the trucker protest was already mostly dealt with by the time he invoked them. They were literally invoked on the last day the protest was there. And third, Trudeau only used the financial parts of the Act. See, I'm not familiar with the Act, so I don't know what that entails. That's just the info. I'm done. Will Fiona be in this volcano? Fiona from Shrek? No. There's plenty of waifus without getting the ogre foo in there. Oops. What was that, my 4th time doing this? I lost track because I was reading the chat. Yeah. It's interesting how these things work. Been studying a lot of US law. And it's kind of interesting just like academically thinking about certain kinds of things. So you know, I was recently looking at the original Naturalization Act of the Republic. That republic being the United States of America. So it was done in 1790. It was done by the very first Congress. It was about, okay, how do we determine who could become a, quotation, natural-born citizen? So it was a pretty simple act. Like, it's literally 1 page. It's just a few sentences. But essentially, the way the act works is the rule was... Hold on, let me see if I can get it. If I get the thing now.
That sword is my finest work.
Yeah, finally! You handed in the claim check and got the big Goron Sword. This blade was forged by a master smith and it won't break. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Oh yeah, we get to keep the claim check. Oh yeah, because I remember there was like a glitch you could do back in the day. You probably still could do, or I don't know. I don't know if you can still do it in this, but if I remember correctly, there was like a glitch where you could turn any of your items into a bottle so you can get extra bottles. But the thing is, you need most things in the game to, you know, complete the game. So it said like, oh, you know, yeah, you could use like your claim check, turn that into a bottle because you don't need it anymore once you get the sword. But like some people would say like, oh, I don't really use the Deku nuts, or if you have the fire arrows you don't really need the Deku stick. But it's like, you know, people, it's always like, be very careful, don't fucking glitch the ocarina into a bottle or you're screwed. Anyway, let's freaking... No, I don't need the fire arrows. Not where we're going. Okay, so let's get ourselves built up. Why don't you build me up? Get all of our shit filled, especially that magic meter. And start hitting that fire temple. Anyway, so the Naturalization Act of 1790, here's how it basically worked. If you were, let's see, FLQ crisis is very interesting. You should check it out. Here, I'll open it in a different tab. Let me search that term. Give me a moment here. Also known as October Crisis. Somebody got kidnapped. Ooh. Sounds exciting. I'll read that sometime. Alright, she sees my wounds, but I think she also feels the magic meter. Yeah, excellent. Good. God damn, woman. That is, you know, not everyone can pull that outfit off. Alright. So what was I saying? Talk about the crisis and oh yes, the Naturalization Act. So the way the Naturalization Act works is if you were somebody who was from a different country than the United States and you had lived in the United States for 2 years, specifically if you and you have to have also specifically lived in one of the states for a year, which I think was meant to cover like you could have lived in a US territory. So like Ohio at the time was a territory. But like, you know, you could live there for 2 years, but that's not going to give you citizenship. You have to be living in something that's already a state. Oh, that's great. I'm already down some health. Here we go. So if you did that for 2 years, after that, the only thing you had to do is you had to go to a court of law, and in the state, obviously, and then say, you know, you had to have. You either had to personally prove or you had to have your neighbors vouch for that you were a citizen of good character. You would swear an oath to support the Constitution, and there you'd have it. Okay, so here we are in the Fire Temple. I don't worry, guys. I'm not going to be doing like any cheats in the walkthrough, I think, on this. Okay, so there's the boss battle thing, so we're going to come in here at the very, very end. I remember this kind of being a lengthy temple, but it's not freaking obnoxious like the water temple is. Yeah, this is a different room we gotta come back to, though. Alright, so I think we want to first go left so that we could, oh. Yeah. Oh, yeah, we have to go left. And we're gonna meet an old friend. Family, really.
Who's there? Is that you, Link? Oh, it really is Link. You've grown so big since I last saw you. I wanted to have a man-to-man talk with you, but now's not the time. Ganondorf is causing trouble on Death Mountain again. He has revived the evil ancient dragon, Volvagia. On top of that, he is going to feed my people to that evil dragon as a warning to other races that might resist him. If that fire-breathing dragon escapes from the mountain, all of Hyrule will become a burning wasteland. I will go on ahead to try and seal up the evil dragon. I'm concerned, though. Because I don't have the legendary hammer, but I have no choice. Link, I'm asking you to do this as my sworn brother. While I'm trying to deal with the dragon, please save my people. The prisoner's cells are in the opposite direction. I'm counting on you, Link. Yeah, so he had a boss key, apparently. And then they locked it behind him. Anyway, oh, this is gonna be fun. Check this out, guys. I think because I have the long shot, I think some of these things might be easier to do. Yeah, check this out. Ah ha ha ha! I don't have to jump on the platforms. I'm not a sucker. What have we here? Some goodies. Oh, fairy. 2 fairies. I've already got 3 though, so we're not gonna grab that. Or should I? Just for maximum sloppy play? Yeah, 4 fairies. Yeah, so 2 years is what was needed for naturalization back in the day. And if you got naturalized and you had any children that were under the age of 21, they automatically became naturalized as well. Now here was the interesting part. So if you had moved, let's say you know, it's your business, you're on a business trip to a different country or whatever. Are you releasing me? Am I free to go? I'll tell you a secret for saving me. In order to get into the room where Darunia went, you have to do something about the pillar stuck in the ceiling. Find a path that leads to a room above the ceiling right away.
Yeah. So what he's talking about is see how there's that hole in the middle, and then there's the spike coming out of the top. We have to drop that spike down there to get access to it. So we needed to get the boss key and that. So Swearing an oath to a constitution, not a queen. What a ridiculous idea. Yeah. Yeah, Mad Beast Yeti's going, look, the Western Anglo democratic tradition peaked with the Glorious Revolution, and we never need to go beyond that. Everything else has been radical communism ever since. James the First Stewart had it right. Okay. So, let's see here. Where do I want to go? I think to the left. Oops. Now, the interesting thing was, like, let's say you're out of town, you know, like, you moved your family to France or whatever because you got to do some merchant dealings or something, and while you're there, you have a kid. The wording of the law says that, you know, the son of citizens, or, you know, the child of citizens or something like that becomes a citizen too. Are you releasing me? Am I free to go? Of course. Here's the secret for saving me. A wall that you can destroy with the Goron's special crop will sound different than a regular wall if you hit it with your sword. Very nice. So then, thank you very much for that key. Now, the wording of it says that, like, you know, the parents have to be like the citizens, like the child of citizens, plural. So that implies to me that both the mother and the father had to be American citizens in order for their child to be a citizen as well. So it's like, in theory, it's like, oh, okay, so you can't, like, be a woman, you go to France, you fuck, like, some dude, and he knocks you up, and now that kid's automatically an American citizen. And furthermore, it then says, like, the father has to have, it's the child, though, can never be a parent, or the child cannot be a citizen if the father has never resided in the United States of America. So that implies, okay, so then where are we going with this? So you need both parents to be American citizens, but the mother does not ever have lived in the United States. So in theory, let's say you had a couple that moved to France or whatever, and then you have a daughter while you're there. The daughter, when she grows up, ends up getting married to a boy to a man who lived in the United States for 2 years while his parents got naturalization, and then, like, they immediately moved back. So then they have a kid together. That kid could legally be considered an American citizen, and not just an American citizen, but a natural-born American citizen, even though between his two parents, he would have only they would have only lived in the United States for 2 years. So I just thought that was an interesting way to, like, read it personally. And you see, it's stuff like that that's probably why modern laws are so long. It's a pity that he wasn't here to drown us in the oligarchy run. Are you guys talking about photo wives or something? No, I was talking about the Naturalization Act of 1790, like the original, basically, how can you become a citizen thing in America, in early America. Whoop. Photo wives, or do you mean like mail order brides? Let's see, what other U.S. law was I looking into recently, and I was just kind of reflecting on it. What was it? Oh yeah, I was reading the Dred Scott decision recently, which is always fun. You know, Roger fucking Taney and his bullshit. The chief. So for those of you who are not American, the Dred Scott decision was this, or Dred Scott case, excuse me, was this thing where before the American Civil War, there was okay, am I going the wrong way or something? Here, oh, I forgot to activate the that block over there. See what's doing. Asian women couldn't marry American workers without the woman in question losing her citizenship. Alright. Hold on a second. Let's come over here. Wait. Yeah. Hey, isn't that the same design that's on the Door of Time? Okay. Wait, no, it's... There we go. But gosh, what was I going to say now? Oh yeah, so the Dred Scott decision. So for those of you who don't know, because you're not Americans, the Dred Scott decision was this court case, the Supreme Court case that happened a couple of years before the U.S. Civil War, and it's one of those things that people talk about, like, oh, this court decision is why the Civil War happened. That's kind of what we were talking about earlier with Uncle Tom's Cabin. So the premise of the story was of the case was that the United States was split effectively in two. Functionally, there were two types of states. There were free states, and there were slave states. So free states, slavery illegal; slave states, legal. Obvious concept. So there we go. Let's get that. Really. Any chance there's an opening here? So anyway, there's this slave. His name was Dred Scott, and he ends up being a slave for an army officer, and he spends time traveling around the country in several areas where slavery is not legal. There were free states and soon-to-be traitor states. Yeah, there you go. So he spends time in like Illinois, which is a free state, Wisconsin, that's definitely a free state, and in Louisiana, where slavery was outlawed at the time. So he's like outside of Missouri, which is where he was originally from, that was a slave state, for a decade. So he comes back, and you're all traitors in my eyes. Yeah, we all betrayed the British monarchy. So he comes back to to Missouri, and he's like, well, I should be a free man because I was in free states. There's more complicated things to the case. Like, for example, his daughter was like a big contentious thing because like his daughter had been born in a free state, but she was still treated as slavery. And I think that's actually what got him to actually file the lawsuit, because his daughters were going to be, because I think. Yeah, because it was like this whole complicated thing with the family, and like, you know, his original master had died, and there was a widow and a remarriage, and it's just this whole fucking thing. It's just like way too much to go into, but like basically what pushes him to actually file the lawsuit is that his daughters are going to be sold. So he's like, okay, I got to figure this out. I think I need to push this. And so he argues, I lived in free states for many years. I should be emancipated because and like there was and like apparently I think in at least Wisconsin they had like a doctrine of, I forget the exact phrase for it, but it was like one step. It's like the one-step policy. Like the second a slave steps into Wisconsin, they were automatically freed, something to that effect. But anyway, and so then the countersuit is like, no, you can't do that. And so it's like it becomes this question of like, you know, the role of emancipation and slavery in regards to African descended slaves in the United States. Now the case ends up going to the Supreme Court. And the Supreme Court makes a 7-2 decision where they basically say, oh, I screwed up. It was too early to do that. Where they basically say, okay, this lawsuit was done incorrectly. Like, he's in the wrong jurisdiction. It's one of those things that the Supreme Court has done it plenty of times over the years where they're like, oh, whoops, there's a technicality, we're not going to rule on this, and they just, like, throw the case out. You know, because maybe it's something that's really contentious, or, you know, sometimes it's, like, really legal. It's like, it shouldn't have got this far, it gets thrown out. That's basically what happened with the Clay v. United States Muhammad Ali case. Because where it was like it was a tight vote, and then they realized, oh wait, actually the state fucked up in the lawsuit, so this is irrelevant. And that was about him, you know, refusing to be drafted and stuff like that. Oh, you know, I did that too early. I did that wrong. We're gonna have to activate that again. Yeah, that's fine. Why did I have to push that over there? I don't think I had to, actually. So the case fled to Canada after case. No. What ended up happening with the Dred Scott case is the actual decision was pretty much irrelevant for him because he got his slavery purchased and that of his kids and his family. So he was already free by the time the case was hitting the Supreme Court. But so Roger Taney and the Supreme Court, they basically rule this was a non-jurisdictional thing. This is they fucked up. They shouldn't have even heard this case. I hear a Skulltula. I hear a Skulltula. You want to deal with it? Yeah, let's make a loophole and forget about it. Yeah, so what ends up happening is there's no the court is legally could say, well, we don't want to deal with this. Then here is where the dispute comes in. Roger Taney, who's the Chief Justice, decides to write an opinion on it. Now the argument could be made that he wanted to do that himself. I've also seen the argument that President Buchanan at the time was forcing him, basically saying it's you're gonna fucking rule on this case. Because I'm sick of we keep getting more and more of these legal cases and I just want to be done with it. And that's a legitimate thing. Sometimes when there's a contentious legal issue in the United States, organizations or politicians will find a way to get a case to the Supreme Court so it could just be resolved once and for all. And that's what a lot of Supreme Court cases actually are. A lot of the cases you never hear about is stuff where a federal judge made a ruling one way in the West, in a Western state, and then in the Eastern state, a judge made an opposite ruling, and then it's okay, we've got two different laws in effect here. What the fuck is going on? And the Supreme Court will say, no, this is the right one, not that one. So the Supreme Court case of Dred Scott, Taney ends up writing an opinion where he way oversteps the bounds on the case. Because the case was about if he could legally be free. And Taney writes this super, comprehensive opinion where he starts talking about, he's striking down the Missouri Compromise and shit. He's saying the Missouri Compromise was illegal because he's saying, basically he goes, okay, first things first, well, it's kind of, he went over a lot of things, so I actually don't remember the order he goes on about them with, but hold on a second. Can I actually hookshot my way to the doors? I don't think so. It's not very wood. Yeah, I didn't think so. All right. So he's just going in on all sorts of stuff. Okay, so one of the facts of this case is the claim that he lived in Louisiana. Slavery was made illegal, therefore he should be free. Well, he goes, you know what? The federal government doesn't have the right to make slavery illegal because Justice Taney had an extra right. It's because that is stealing people's property. Slaves are property. The Fifth Amendment of the Constitution, which we all hear about, pleading the Fifth and the law things, but one of the articles of the Fifth Amendment of the Constitution says that the government cannot take private property away from people without just compensation. And so it's so if you can't free slaves because slaves are property. Therefore, the Missouri Compromise was illegal. And it's oh my gosh! And already people's heads are getting dizzy, right? But then he starts going in on what the role of black people in the United States of America are, and he basically starts saying all the founders thought that black people were inferior, and let's look at what they defined as citizens. They said men, but they didn't say white men. But we know what they were talking about when they said men. They didn't mean black men. So black men are inferior. And then there's the famous line there is no the government where it's the black man has no rights that the white man has to respect, essentially. Just this super racist shit. Okay, what's this? In the temple there are doors that fall down. Yeah. Door starts to fall. Move. If you use a sample of the Goron special crop, you can break it. Yeah. All right. So. And then there was all this stuff the Fugitive Slave Act was also at play in here, but essentially what Roger Taney's thing says is he goes beyond saying no, you aren't free, Mr. Dred Scott, you are the opposite of free, and also even if you were free, which let's be clear you're not, you don't have rights. Black people can't have rights. They can never be citizens. Now there was dissenting opinions put forward by two justices. It was Justin Curtis and Justin McLean, where they're like are making the opposite case because like McLean, he made the argument like, how can you say that black people aren't citizens? They already, if you're free, they already can be citizens in like 5 states. They're already able to vote and stuff like that. But yeah, it's just remembered as a truly horrendous court opinion. And it, like basically the most infamous of all American court cases. God, I'm lost. Oh, jeez. Alright, I already went through there. Hold on, guys. I'm trying to figure out where I go next. I think there must have been a room with... Wait, did I go through this door already? Or was it the other door? Oh, yeah, I did go through here, yeah, because it just had a dead end. Or wait, was there more? No. Okay. Oh, you know what? I think I have to climb the fence in that other room. The one over here. I think. Or oh wait, no. Yeah, there's this key. I could just go through this area. Tanny died October 12th, 1867 at the age of 4. Same day, the home state of Maryland passed an amendment abolishing slavery. Obviously, that's what killed him. Yeah, the Republican Party was born. Yeah, there was like so much tumultuous stuff going on at that time too. The Fugitive Slave Act, Kansas was bleeding, and yeah, that's why you know, again, I hear the theory that like Buchanan was like really pushing Tanny, because like, yeah, it's almost like Roger Tanny apologists. Like that's not really a thing, but yeah, it's like, oh no, it was Buchanan was pressuring him to do something, and then he went way overboard. But like everybody hates Roger Tanny, like even freaking, yeah, even like the most right-leaning political thinkers will at minimum criticize Tanny for his judicial overreach, where it's like, yes, you're correct, they didn't deserve to be citizens, but that wasn't your place to say it. You have to stay in the bounds of the case. Are you releasing me? I'm free to go. Here's a tip for rescuing me. Somewhere in this temple, you're sure to meet up with some creatures that dance as they attack. Arrows won't hurt them. Looks like you might need some of the Goron special crop. Yeah, okay. And you know, yeah, it's like classic judicial overreach, because like when, as most people traditionally define it, like so for example, his argument that the that like the Missouri Compromise had been unconstitutional because it attempted to. Did I just create a shortcut? I think I just did. Yeah, I was already here before. You know, the whole claiming, well, slaves are property and property can't be taken from people, so you can't free slaves. The Missouri Compromise is therefore unconstitutional. That also meant that legally he was saying, not only is a free black person not a citizen just because they're free, the government can't free them anyway. That would be unconstitutional. So yeah, it was wild. Heck of a decision. Like I said, the most infamous of them. Like, I'm pretty sure there's a lot more people who defend Plessy versus Ferguson. You know, the whole separate but equal doctrine. You know, people will defend that. But if you're finding somebody who's defending the Dred Scott case, like there's some money on the line. Like that person's either, you know, winning a bet or they're or getting bribed or something. Where did that door just open? Which one? That over here? Talking about I love the fact that the UK still had law lords up until like 2000 instead of a Supreme Court. Canada not bathing their country in the blood of their empire soldiers is lame. Why not join Latin American brothers and Americans in the Cool Kids Club? Oh, dang it, I messed up. Law Lords sounds like a cool band name. I'm the Law Lord. Lord, Lord, Lord. Okay, was it here that I had to be? Dungeons and Dragons enemy boss. Yeah, there we go. It's like, you have awakened the Law Lords. You gotta be careful here, it'll take me back to that first room. Alright, so now I need to get up to that. Wait, how do I get up there? I think when the fire hits me, it's an auto death. Fuck. Oh, wait, I need to go talk to that Goron anyway. See, I need to go through here. Alright, looking good, Hollywood. Little fly lady. Tough buggers. Whoa, 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 whoa. Alright, so that Goron is over there. We're heading over there. Over there. Oh, shoot. But I think kind of in terms of U.S. law, something I actually ended up finding pretty enjoyable was reading Madison's notes on the Constitutional Convention. So it was basically this book. It was done by a couple of professors who had like edited Madison's notes because that nerd was just sitting there in the front row of the Constitutional Convention taking notes on everything all the livelong day whenever he wasn't jibber jabbering. It was really interesting seeing like the personalities that develop out of it, and so like kind of so what was kind of most interesting to me was like the usually reverence that was given to like Benjamin Franklin and fuck, how do I get up there? Hold on a sec. I need to figure this out. How am I supposed to get up there? I think I'm gonna teleport back when the fire hits me. Oh no, it just hurts me. Alright, that's not so bad. So let me hit it again. And we're gonna jump over here. I'm gonna have to hit it again. It's fine. I think I could reach this. There we go. But like the reverence wasn't always there, but like for example, there's a part early in the convention where they're talking about the executive branch, and somebody says like, well, maybe the executive branch could be more than one person, like instead of a single president, it's like a council, right, or something like that, and nobody really picks it up because everybody knew that George Washington was going to be the first president, like. If you didn't think that, you were just fucking lying to yourself. Oh, shit. Fuck out of my face! Alright. So nobody really wanted to broach the topic of there being, like, 3 presidents because they thought that would be insulting to George Washington. Oh, good. Is this the compass? So yeah, it took a couple of days before they actually really talked about it because it was like really awkward, and even then it wasn't really much of a discussion. But then there's also a funny part where it's like they've been at the convention's been going on for like 3 months or something. Everybody's getting pissed at each other, and like one of the things, like even when I was a kid, that I always thought about like with the Constitutional Convention was just like how fucking hot it must have been in that room. Like everybody's just sweating their asses off. In that hot Philadelphia summer. Ooh. And you know, tempers are rising the whole time. Motherfucker. Ow. And so at one point, Benjamin Franklin, he's like, guys, let's change the subject. Look, we've been bickering a lot. It's getting really ugly. Hold on a sec. it's been getting kind of ugly. I was there when we were doing the motherfucker. I was there when we were doing the Declaration of Independence at the Second Constitutional Congress, and you know what we did every morning? We would start with a prayer. So I propose that we start every day with a prayer, and that'll kind of help us move things along. And this is from fucking Benjamin Franklin. You know, the guy's a deist. But everybody is so pissed off at this point. Everybody just hates each other that they start arguing about if they should do it, and if they did, what circumstances, or like the specifics of it. Because somebody says like, I agree, we should get a minister from Philadelphia to come in here, and then somebody else is like, what? No, fuck that. We should get a Quaker minister to do it for us. And then somebody says like, well, why do we need to pray? I thought we were separating church and state, you know. And then Hamilton allegedly says this beautiful line where he says, we do not need foreign aid, you know, in reference to asking God for help, which is just really funny no matter what you believe. You know, it's like a funny variation on God is on the side of the big battalions. You know, it's like the reverse of, you know, it's like you make your own holy luck. Back then, people wore so many layers of clothing. Surprised more people didn't die heat stroke. Mm-hmm. Just gotta drink water. You're gonna keep sweating, but you won't die. You'll just get stinky. So there's another. Who the hell is calling me at this hour? Oh, okay, never mind. This fucking piece. So yeah, they end up bickering about it for a while, and they end up tabling it, and it never happens. But then there's this really revealing moment, I think, at the very end of the Constitutional Convention, where oh fuck, motherfucker. Okay, you want to be that way? All right, gotta go this way. There we go. Where the Constitution's pretty much done. They've been there for like 4 months, and first thing that happens is that Benjamin Franklin, he gets up and he makes a speech, and he basically says, "Look, they've all been in here fighting all summer long. I've been fighting too, and this Constitution's not perfect. Then again, I'm just one guy, and it might look better with time. So, whoop." Oh, all right, it's party time now. So I don't know if this is supposed to be the best way to do this, but we're doing it this way with the hook shot. I think you're supposed to hit him with fucking bombs. Yeah, with the big Goron Sword. So the colors are gonna change as he takes more and more damage. Okay, he's already at the blue, which I think this color looks awesome, by the way. Actually, I want to take a screenshot of this. Oh, oops, shit. But he says, like, I've been arguing about this too. I don't like everything in this Constitution, but it's what we've created. So I think once we leave here, we need to do our best to make it go through. Yeah, so he's basically saying, like, you know, I know not everybody's happy, but we gotta have some solidarity. And then somebody says, like, yeah, I just want to do, like, one more change. And it's just a little change. But it was something they bickered about a lot earlier, and it's about, essentially, how congressmen would be apportioned. And I think that it was, like, originally going to be, you know, like, you get a congressman for every like, 30,000 or every 40,000 people. But then the argument was, like, how about we modify it and make it like 30,000 instead of 40,000? And so then George Washington speaks up, and he was basically silent for the whole convention. But he speaks up and he says, oh, you know, I actually think that we should do this because blah, blah, blah. And then that shit passes unanimously. You know what? I think I can hit him with an arrow, too. I'm trying to see. Oh, God damn it. Nope, apparently not. Oh, motherfucker. Damn, how much fucking health does this thing have? We're gonna have to fight a couple of these? Shit. Hit it with the big Goron Sword like 4 times. Wow. And yeah, anyway, so yeah, if you studied the Constitutional Convention narrative, you would know basically nothing was passed unanimously. So I think, like, I'm pretty sure it only went through unanimously because George Washington said, yeah, I want to do this. Fucker! Just die! Shit, that was ridiculous. That thing took more damage than, like, Phantom Ganon. You know, an actual boss. Insane! I don't know where we're at. Screw God if he couldn't advise the Israelis out of getting conquered / breaking apart, that he needs to stay out of human civic affairs. 30,000 people, if only we still had that, the House of Representatives would have to find their own building. Yeah, Congress would have to meet in, like, a stadium if you had a congressman for every 30,000 Americans now. Yeah, like, let me do some math. So what are we at? Like 3... let's just simplify the math, actually. So let's say there's 330 million... freaking Americans, right? So then divide that by 30,000. You would need 11,000 congressmen. Yeah, they would have to meet in a stadium. or at least an arena. But, you know, a stadium might be a little less packed, a little less crowded. Okay, I think this is where we get the hammer. Hammer, 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 hammer. I probably should cast Feori's Wind here, but I'm just going fucking hard, baby. Take it to the Supreme Court. Wyoming deserves better. Alright, we got that megaton hammer. These fucking things. I forget, can I just jump down there? Oh yeah, I can. A Congress that big, I'm imagining something like the Senate in the Galactic Republican Star Wars. Yeah, you need it needs to be a 3-dimensional space with the floating, the floating, seating for the different delegations. But gosh, can you imagine how long it would take if you wanted to speak? Like in the House of Representatives? Like that thing where Charles Sumner back in the 1800s, he got caned by his by another congressman after he gave a speech. Or was he a senator at that point? I forget. Well, in any case, yeah, he had to like book his speech months in advance before he was going to be allowed to speak. Now, I think that they were also like, you know, the Senate leadership or the House leadership, whatever, was like deliberately putting him way down in the queue. But he was waiting months to give that anti-slavery speech, which I don't remember all of it off the top of my head, certainly, or even a little of it. But the thing that ends up getting Sumner caned is because he calls out another congressman and he like basically like he's just talking about the evils of slavery, and he essentially says something to the effect of, "Oh yeah, like my colleague," and he calls him out. Over here, you know, he needs slaves because it's the only way he can get fucking laid is by fucking them. Like, you know, he needs the women who can't say no, and so the guy who ends up like trying to beat him to death with the cane was like I think the nephew or the cousin of that guy. So he was like, "My southern honor, how dare you call him an incel?" This switch looks rusted. Yeah, I already hit it. All right, so this is what's gonna let us get to the boss room. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure that that's where that went. My home city of Atwater would have its own rep in the House. We have about 31,000 people. Well, there you go. My city would get more representation. We could tell the suburbanites and rural people in my country to eat a legislative dick. Oh wait, I'm doing it backwards. Barnabas says, "Hello, IDK much about this game, but needed my mind cleared out from the fear of nuclear annihilation." Ah, must have been reading my, I must have been watching my, one of my, TNO campaigns, huh? Don't worry, I always just load the save file before I do something like that. Is there a way for me to jump over there? Yeah! Yeah, the Megaton Hammer's cool. Although there's something to be said for the ball and chain in Twilight Princess. It's so ridiculously unwieldy, but interesting. Are you releasing me? Yes, get the fuck out of here. A door is hidden inside the statue at the entrance to this temple, but the Goron special crop won't work on it. Don't you have anything stronger? Alright, I need to just go run grab a snack. Actually, I might crack a beer. What time is it? Yeah, I'm gonna get a snack and I'm gonna crack a beer. I'll be right back. Almost back. Got my beer there. Let's grab that snack. Alright, I'm back. Oh, I forgot the bottle opener. Okay. So what I'm going to be drinking here today is a beer I have not seen in El Paso in literally years. The Stone Ruination, which is an IPA, and I've kind of had a problem with how Stone is focusing too much on IPA the last few years. Like, I'm sure they still make their stouts and stuff, but they just don't really distribute them that often out here to El Paso. And I know it's a money thing. Like, they probably think, oh, the market's not here. There's not enough people in El Paso who'll drink our stouts or the barley wines and stuff, which is unfortunately because I really like those. All right, so all right. Oh yeah. Oh, it's beautiful. All the aromas, all the flavors. Oh gosh, it's just like I remember Welcome Home. I'm seeing UGG IPAs. I'm usually not an IPA guy. Like, I probably wouldn't even put IPAs in my top 3, maybe not even my top 5 beer styles, but the Ruination is something special. This ain't like the fucking Cascade dime a dozen bullshit out there in the world. This is some real shit. God, I fucking hate Cascade IPAs. Like, they're just so lazily done. Everybody's like doing a cheap imitation of fucking Sierra Nevada's original pale ales, you know, that style. And that's one of the things I like about Stone. I remember when I was seeing an interview with the two co-founders of Stone Brewing, where they were saying something to the effect of how when they first opened up, they said, we will not be using, like, they told themselves, like, we're not going to use Cascade hops. Everybody's copying Sierra Nevada, and we love Sierra Nevada too, but we have to forge our own path. And that indeed is what they did. This is why we have the great. Okay. Where the hell am I supposed to go now? I'm trying to think what's my next path here. Oh, you know what? Maybe I gotta jump up here and get back to the go back in the room I was in before. Was it here I had to be? Wait, no. What's this open again? Oh, that door. We were just there. Maybe we just gotta drop through. Oh wait, what's over here? Did we go through here before? Ah! But Stone has so much good stuff that they don't really distribute anymore out here. Like, their Russian Imperial Stout is simply divine, exquisite. In fact, I always said that whenever the time came where I would like have a house of my own, like I'm not renting, it's my own house, I would love to get a case of their Russian Imperial Stout. I'm talking like a 12-pack of them, and it's like, and these are bombers, these are like really big beers, and I would open one every like Christmas or something, and I know they would last. Apparently Stone didn't realize how long they were gonna last when they made them. Because like I think I saw a thing and it was around when they'd already had them for 20 years, and they were saying like, yeah, we always like put some beer aside, and that was a hell of a drop, and we'll open some every year. And then he was saying, it's like, we've been opening Russian Imperial Stouts for 20 years and they still taste good, because beer will expire, but like, you know, certain styles and something like, especially the Russian Imperial Stout style, will last. So like if I had a 12-pack of Russian Imperial Stouts, I could easily open one every year and it's gonna be perfectly fine. I'm trying to fucking get out of here. Ah, here we go. Good night, Jacob. Let's see, every moment that CHD dwaddles to Rudia is getting eaten alive. Oh, that was cool! Did you see that shit? Hold on a sec. Can I kill them if they're not fire creatures with Din's fire? Like they're not lit up right now, so will they take regular damage? Let's find out. Science! Science! Maybe not. Let's try it again. Filthy creatures. Okay, apparently not. Whatever. Don't matter. Don't none of this matter. Alright. Oh. Yeah, I guess I thought I had to fight one of those bomb creatures again. Apparently not. Okay, let's get my shield here for a moment. Let's do that. Alright, all the tiles. Are that all the tiles? Okay. I forget. Can I stun this thing? There we go. Mm-hmm. Ooh, tasty, tasty. Tasty, tasty. Oh, we do have to. Looks like I jinxed myself. Oh, but now I think that, like, can't I just, like, hit the ground and it stumbles or whatever? Yeah. Yeah, now it's an easy fight. Gotcha, sucker. Oh. Boom! 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 Squish him! Squish him! Squish him! Squish him! Squish him! Squish him! Hey, I just realized my tip jar is not showing on here either. There we go. Yeah, whew, filled with all them coins from earlier, that super chat. You know what? I'm starting to think this thing it's probably like hard coded that it won't die the first time you pull it out. You just have to hit it and then it'll, like, you know, run around for a little bit, but it'll eventually you have to, like, do it at least 3 times. Here we go. Yeah, then maybe he just takes a lot of freaking damage. Come on! This is ridiculous. There we go. Oh, I'm drinking this a little too fast. Bombs. Yeah, obviously we're gonna need bombs the next room in for something. Or perhaps not. Hello. Am I free to go? Oh, I see. Big Brother Darunia. Okay, help, Big Brother, help! Whoa, this door behind me, it's sticking its tongue out. Look at this. Just... It is a mini boss. Yeah, it's taking a lot of damage is all I'm saying. Oh yeah, I think I was going to read you guys a couple of lines from this Eugene on-again thing. Because like the way the guy translated it, he basically said there's 2 types of translations. You could do literal translations, or you could do ones that try to get the rhyming. This one is I'm trying to get the rhyming. I'm trying to do the meter. And he was just saying, like, you know, English and Russian are 2 different things. I'm probably using like a third more words than Pushkin did. But that's just how it is. So anyway, this Eugene on-again thing, there was let's see here. There was one that's like, oh yeah, it's like he's talking about how like this guy could fake emotions. Hello there, Daniel Lavidovich. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. But yeah, so it's talking about the main character, Eugene. And he's like, so basically he's like this fancy little dandy boy. And looks like he's not a good dude. Like here I think he's talking about faking emotions. How soon he learned the skill of feigning, of seeming jealous, hiding hope, inspiring faith and undermining, appearing somber and to mope. Now acting proud, and now submissive, by turns attentive and dismissive. How languid when no word he said, how fiery when he spoke instead. In letters of the heart, how casual, loving one thing exclusively, how self-forgetting he could be. How rapid was his look and bashful, tender and bold, while often on, with an obedient tear it shone. So I'll just read one more stanza, which ends in a sex joke. But yeah, it's just him talking about being a faker and taking advantage of people. What talent for appearing novel, causing with feigned despair alarm, jesting to make the guileless marvel, flattering to entertain and charm, pouncing upon a moment's weakness, subduing innocence and meekness, with passion and intelligence, expecting certain recompense, begging, demanding declarations, eavesdropping on the heart's first sound, chasing his love, and, in a bound, snatching clandestine assignations, and later in tranquility, giving her lessons privately. So yeah, some of the rhymes are kind of slanted, but it's difficult. Like you're doing it's a really structured Russian poem, and he's trying to do it in English. So gotta give him credit. But it's interesting. It's interesting to me. Wait, Rhoda, I was going the right way. This way. All right. See, with Darunia's like all scarred up from fighting the dragon, we'll just tell him it was for the art. I had to read some poetry. Yep. Yep. Here we go. Whoops. Dun 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 dun. Yeah, that was a pretty cool boss fight. Cool name too, like I like the design of the dragon. It's not traditional. Just it being this kind of like, I guess it's more Chinese influenced. This really long serpentine creature. I thought it was pretty cool. And it's Locke's subterranean lava dragon, Volvagia. Alright, let's play Whack-A-Mole! Okay, now I don't think you need to defeat these creatures with the Master Sword. I think that's only in the very final fight, but you know, if it starts to feel like it's taking too long, we'll switch over. Yeah, I think you could actually, if you catch him like right as he's coming out, you know, with the little signal, you could stun him, and then in theory he'll never be able to get an attack in on you. But yeah, you gotta be like instantly there. We're not worried about the health. I got plenty of it. It's like, oh shit! Yeah, I got too close right there. Basically, we got 3 other fairies to go. We are A-okay. Alright, so here's what we do. We're gonna back up. Oh shit. Back up, pull out the sword so we can jump attack. Damn! Because like, jump attack does double damage. Okay. Yeah. So you see, I think if I had done that the first time, he might actually drop. Yeah, oh goodness. Run away! Yeah, I think I once named a Charizard of mine Volvagia after this creature. At least. Oh, what did I just... Oh, dang it, my freaking pinky. I activated Din's Fire, which obviously isn't going to do a damn thing to him. Ow! Fucking bitch. That might have been the first time ever he got his fire breath off on me when he comes out of the ground and stays there. Like, a whole time, my whole life ever playing this game. Wow. I'm playing some sloppy shit right here. Alright, but if I get a jump attack on him right now, this ought to be the last rotation. Oh, fuck! That was stupid. Tenebrae, I think you're right. You know, interacting with chat while playing games like this, it's like driving drunk. It's not like Hearts of Iron 4 where you can just hit the pause button. Here we go. That was it. Yep, no attack would get him. Yeah, we probably would have had to do at least 2 more cycles, probably 3, if I hadn't done that. If I didn't have the big Goron Sword. So, see, that's where we had to do the 50-minute side quest, so we could save like 3.5 minutes now. Oh, his jaw's still moving. Until he finally disintegrates. It's like the demon in that Mugen Train movie from Demon Slayer. Like how he's just monologuing as he slowly dies until it's just his eyeball. And then everybody forgets who he even is because a much better demon shows up right after. And it's like, oh, we still got another half hour in this movie, son. And daughter, and/or daughter, whoever's watching.
Thank you, brother. I really appreciate what you did. I thank you on behalf of the entire Goron race. You turned out to be a real man, just as I thought you would. By the way, I, the Wild Darunia, turned out to be the great sage of fire. Isn't that funny, brother? Well, this must be what they call destiny. Nothing has made me happier than seeing you seal the evil there. Hey, brother, take this. This is a medallion that contains the power of the fire spirits and my friendship. Excuse me.
I think it's really funny how Link tends to always get along so well with Gorons for one reason or the other. Either his big appetite or stuff. You know, they're like, I like you, kid. You're a man's man. You're a Goron's man. You're a Goron's man's man. Don't forget, now you and I are true brothers. See, there's that familial love we talked about. Alright, well, that's it. Well, we did 3 kid temples, 3 adult temples. We're done. Oh, that's a money shot right there. Let's see. Well, that's it. We're done with the game now, right? No. We're gonna do one little thing here before we end today's episode. And in the next one, whenever I stream, I'm not gonna stream this for probably like a week more. Oh, damn it, it kept going over there. I could use that as a shortcut. We are going to then, oh, Did I not need the hammer for this? Are you kidding me? I could have done this beforehand. I think there's a fairy fountain in here, and it could double my magic. See what's Navi gonna say? Let's look for someone who might know something about the other sages. Alright, okay, no, it's not here. Hold on. There's another fairy fountain in here, I'm pretty sure. But we're gonna do that so we can double our magic abilities. No, that's not it. Fuck. Around here somewhere. Is that it down there? Oh my gosh, I think that is it down there. Link can't seem to make a friend without them getting murdered in temples. Yeah. That's it. Yeah, warp to the Death Mountain Crater. But yeah, whenever's the next time I play this, we'll start doing some Shadow Temple stuff. I'm not sure if there's anything in the overworld I still have to do, because I did all the pose, and I've got the big Goron Sword, so yeah, nothing really comes to mind. But, where is that other fairy fountain? Oh, you know what? I think that's it. Oh, I'm really dumb! Yeah. Alright. Let's come over here. Let's just do it this way. I just want to double my magic meter, because we're actually gonna, you know, I figured this is why they time it this way. Although, actually, no, you're supposed to do this before you go into the Din's Cavern. I don't think this is it, but let's see what's in here. Some sort of Deku shit, who cares? FBCA says, have some beers on me this weekend. Oh, thank you very much for the super chat, FBCA. Big super chat day today, but I think this is it. Yeah, so we're gonna double our magic meter here. Okay, where's the freaking? Is it at least gonna do the coin dropping? I don't know what's going on. Like, sometimes the alert is slow, but it seems like it's not even happening at all today. What the F? I'm sorry about that, FBCA. I don't know why it's not going off, but it's alright. I'm going to give you a visual treat right now. The Great Fairy. You know, Great Fairy, I'm an adult now, you know. Just like Link's tugging on his collar and sweating. Just you know, not really a kid anymore. Just saying. But seriously, thank you very much for the super chat, Matt BC. Alright, here we go. Night, night. Welcome, Link. I am the Great Fairy of Wisdom. I'm going to enhance your magic power. Receive it now! So I think this just leaves only 2 fairy fountains I haven't seen yet. Yeah, one you don't get until like the very, very end of the game. Like, you actually have to go into Ganon's castle, and which is the last part of the game, and then leave halfway through to get access to her. Because we now have twice as much magic power. When battle has made you weary, please come back to see me. Ooh, that's a shriek. Alright, yeah, so I think, you know, like I said, it's gonna be a while before I play this again. The next priority is certainly to get some of the China Kaiserreich up and running. Hopefully I'm gonna get that up on Saturday. We're gonna see how the poll in the community tab is going. Like I said, I wanted to get that started on that tonight, but I just couldn't freaking decide, so instead of like flipping a coin, I decided to do a poll. Silly poll. The double health bonus is pretty dumb. Yeah, I can also see that it's just too strong. That's why they do it. It has bad timing. Yeah, I guess that they figured, oh, it's too strong. We can't have it in most of the game. I just want to see, is there anything in here? Oh yeah, the eruptions have stopped from Death Mountain. Nice and calm up there, nice and calm. So that's gonna look good in the background, Fisher King and all that. Yeah, so whenever's the next time I'll play this, I don't know. I also need to get some Death Stranding going. I haven't played that in a little bit. But it's because whenever I want to do Death Stranding, I really want to sit down and do that, like at least for a couple, like, I don't want to do a, and I know this was a 2-hour stream. I didn't know it was going to be a 2-hour stream. And it's like, whenever I do Death Stranding, I want to be able to really sit down. It's like, okay, we're going to do this for like 3 hours or something, you know? Because like that game, you know, you can just suddenly enter cutscenes and major moments. So like, you're like, okay, I'm done playing for the day, and then die, oh no, die. No, it only flips it over. Doesn't actually kill it. Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. We need not go to Kakariko, because as soon as we go to Kakariko right now, it's going to activate a cutscene. At least I'm pretty damn sure of that. What is the blinking here? Oh, yeah, they're saying this is where I need to go next, or that... What? Actually, I'm not sure what's going on. Yeah, that's right, because you can actually do the Spirit or Shadow Temple in either order. Yeah, there's nothing... I'm 99% sure that there's nothing from one that you need in another to complete it. But we'll do the Spirit Temple last, because I like the Gerudo Desert, so that's why I want to end it there, kind of like which is what I also think that I did in... Breath of the Wild, or no, did I end it on the water one because of Mifa? Actually, I might have ended on Waffle because of Mifa, but yeah, the Gerudos are cool. Maybe I'm biased because I live in a desert and I'm a desert creature, but okay. Good night, everybody, and thank you very, very much for everybody who donated via Super Chat. You all are wonderful, and it's what funds the channel. Take care.